Just in case you missed it last video, but I threw a little sneak peek of a pair of EVO parts that I managed to buy. We are, of course, continuing on with making the EVO's interior absolutely 10 out of 10 perfect. Well, more like 9 out of 10, because it's never gonna be 10 out of 10, but you know what I mean. It's a part that I've been contemplating buying for a very, very long time, but I've been putting it off just because of how crazily expensive it was for, it's not like a cool part or anything, it's just something that really needs to be replaced, and it's a common thing that's stuffed in pretty much every EVO 5.6 I've ever seen. And it is, of course, the door trims. Now, I did reveal the price twice before, because I have talked about door trims before, because that's how long I've been putting off buying these things. From Vega Autosports, the fronts are $850 each. Now, I finally bit the bullet. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna order them front and back. The backs are a bit cheaper, but still ridiculous. Look, it's about $3 to buy all four, I'll be honest. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna order them. Just do it, because the longer you wait, the more chance there is that they sell and become obsolete, and then I will be kicking myself that I didn't buy them. So I finally grew some balls, jumped on the computer, went to order them, and the rears are out of stock. And they're not discontinued, so they are coming back. So I had a bit of a heart attack, but I did order the fronts and they finally came. So these amazing boxes are brand new, genuine Mitsubishi. One I haven't even opened yet, so who knows what's even in this box. Front door trims to suit EVO. I don't know if it's 5 and 6, I don't know if there's a difference, but these are 6. So scared about marking these. That is bloody amazing. Brand new. Super pumped on these. Finally gonna throw them on. And there's a few reasons why I want to replace these. One, because I'm just slowly, one by one, replacing all the interior stuff in this car to make it as perfect as possible. Number two, these stupid tweeters that someone has drilled into the door trim. Number three, pretty much every EVO is missing the material off here. So that's gone, and it looks all shit, like it's all scraped and there's glue remnants and just stuff you can't get off. So it's another reason. Another reason, there's a nice big hole here. Someone's obviously jammed something in the door when they've closed it. So many, many reasons to change this door trim. And being a 90s Japanese car, it's super simple. Literally 3 self-tappers and some clips. Oh, helps if you take out all the self-tappers. So there's one more in there, duh. There you go. Now I can piss off this junk. Oh my god. So after a little bit of persuasion with these bad boys and a trim tool, because you gotta tuck it under this trim, which is a big pain in the ass. And actually another reason why I replaced these door trims in the first place, because they start to lift on this edge and it comes out from under this trim and sort of sticks out. It's the worst on the driver's side. Now a lot of people, including Troy Saguna, think this is a bit silly, paying this much money and getting so excited over stuff like this. But this to me is the ultimate. And that is it. And this car has decided to inherit a VN door squeak. So driver's side, obviously same again, material's gone, has a stupid tweeter. It's all stained from all the glue that used to hold the material on. And this one, as you can see how it sticks out? See the big gap? Because this is all starting to peel and it all... So another reason. So there's about 5 reasons all up that I need to change these door trims. Or maybe it's me just trying to justify to myself that I spent so much money on 2 door trims. And here you can see how bad the rears are too. So as soon as rears are back in stock, I'll get those as well. So I've actually had to film this video over a couple of weeks for one big reason. And when I bought these front door trims, I only opened one and I was super happy with it, etc, etc. A couple of weeks later, came home to put them on and realized the driver's one was not up to par. not what I would expect brand new. And I have to say that Vega Autosports, who I buy a lot of this stuff from, really came through. They were happy. Yep, no dramas, send it back, and we'll send you out another one, which was good. Sent heaps of photos comparing, opened boxes of other ones to make sure I was happy with one before they sent it. So I have to give a big shout out to Vince at Vega Autosports. Was more than happy to help me out, which is awesome customer service. And in the meantime, while we were sorting that out, he got rears in stock, so I jumped on those as well. So I thought there's no point doing all this in two separate videos, so I just made other videos and waited for all this stuff to come. And also in the meantime, some other bits and pieces that came. I got, if you remember a while ago, I replaced both pedal rubbers, clutch and brake, and the accelerator cover was out of stock. Well, they're now back in stock, so this is part number, genuine accelerator pedal cover. I got both side kick panels, so this is the passenger one, part number with the flare holder. Driver's side kick panel, part number. I've got the lower dash section, which mine has a big hole cut into it for a boost gauge. Now I did make it worse, but I didn't do it in the first place. There was already a boost gauge in that hole when I bought this car, so I cannot take credit for butchering that trim piece, so I got that. And also Daniel pointed out to me a while ago, the little clips that go under the number plate on the boot were all faded and gone grey, so I managed to find a pair of those. Part number, they're actually this, part number, they're actually the same for a whole heap of cars like Pajeros, Magnas and stuff like that. The biggest ones are obviously these three door trims. So this is a rear, and driver's front. And I also got, I broke one clip on the driver's one. Well, it's actually been broken the whole time I've had this car because the door trim has been loose. And these are actually discontinued, but I found someone selling them, reproduction ones, but I had to buy 20 and I only need one. So any of you EVO guys out there that need one of these, I'll show you exactly what clip it is when I put it on. Hit me up and I'll do these super cheap. Now, as you saw in this title, this is 100% the most expensive haul of parts, or even just these door trims together, that I have bought for this car. These door trims are even more than I paid for the TEs that are on it. So super expensive, but you know, if I want this car to the level that I visioned it in my head, I gotta spend the money. So I'm happy to do it. There's no dramas there, so I'm excited. Let's start putting all this shit on. So as you can see, that is new versus old. Now, to be honest, I probably could have heat gunned these back to looking sort of 90%, but when these brand new are like $4 or $5 each, why the hell not? I know you're probably sick of hearing me saying it, but it's all the little things that count. Should have that put on a t-shirt, I tell you what. Trademark that shit. So passenger side, the only things I can pick on it is obviously these have gone really shiny compared to this. A couple of scratches down the bottom, but I reckon I'm gonna rehome these into a mate's car that I reckon is missing these. So new kick panel in, flare in. Again, apart from being a bit shiny and a couple of little marks on it, this one is perfect, nothing wrong with it, but why the hell not? And look, be honest in the comments, do you think I'm going too far with this stuff? Like, is this getting a bit ridiculous? Like, I'm getting to the point where interior wise, there is not much left I can change in here apart from sort of big items that you can't get, like a full seat or a dash, or like I'd love a new roof lining, but is it getting a bit much? Panel trim on. Didn't snap in nicely like the other side. So as you can see, these are pretty rooted. All the glue and stuff from the material that's missing. This is the same on both sides. And just to show a comparison, look at the difference. Fucking mint. Now this here is the clip I'm talking about. So it's broken inside and this holds the door trim, or helps it anyway, this corner sit flat against the door. So this being broken needs replacing, as you can see. So as I said, these are aftermarket clips. I have plenty spare, and this is the part number that it replaces, MR298528. So if you need some, hit me up. Number 3. And last but not least, this actually looks like mold, but it is definitely not. It is glue remnants from the previous material. This one looks like it's been tire shined 15 million times. Alright, note to anyone doing the accelerator pedal. This sharp edge right here, be very, very careful when sliding the cover off. Old versus new. And there we go, all 3 done now. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you guys a recap of exactly everything I've changed on this car with brand new Mitsubishi items. So if you haven't been here for the whole EVO journey since the start, this is a recap of every single part I've bought brand new from Mitsubishi and replaced on this car, starting from the front. We have the Mitsubishi badge. I have one lower engine mount that I bought genuine, this heat shield, coil cover, the radiator overflow. I really want to buy this brand new, and a brand new cowl would be nice. But moving inside, we have A, B and lower B pillar trims, interior light, gear knob, gear boot, this section of the console, the cluster lens, all 4 door trims, all 4 sill panel trims, all 3 pedals, both kick panels, all 4 inner belt molds. And then moving to the outside, all 4 outer belt molds, all 4 seal pieces for the rear wide body. These, which you previously just saw, this badge, this sticker, this cover even. I think that's about it for now. And the things I really need to get are these, which are very, very hard to get in Melbourne anyway. So if anyone knows a reseller of these brand new that's in Victoria that I can pick up, because all the places I know are interstate and no one wants to ship them, or if you organize your own trucking company to get it, it's like $200-300 just to get 2 trims here. So my only solution is I need to find someone here in Victoria, or I need to drive to Sydney and just pick them up in person, which is not a bad option. I also still have a couple of bits up here. I've got brand new mirror glass, which I'm waiting to put on because I want to get the mirrors painted. And also this lower trim that I showed you guys before that goes under the dash. I don't want to change that yet because I don't know what the gauge situation is going to be with what I'm moving out of the Zafiro and into this, so I'm going to wait for that. And I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. See you next week.